Good evening, my fellow Pokemaniacs. Today, this is my first video in my series of videos that I'm going to be doing talking about specific Pokemon individually. Basically a tutorial on that specific Pokemon and the movesets, natures, and the way that you should train them to get the most out of them. And as you can see on the screen, I've got Charizard, or two Charizards, on the screen because Charizard is going to be the first Pokemon we are talking about in this video. Now, as a bog standard Charizard with no Mega Evolution, you really have to have him timid to improve his speed and lower his attack, because Charizard is a special attack and speed Pokemon. His other stats aren't particularly good, they're pretty much around the average mark, but speed of 100 and special attack of 109 are pretty good. So if you've got him as timid nature, you need to do max special attack, max speed. I put my other 6 on HP. That doesn't really make much of a difference with a moveset of Dragon Pulse, Flamethrower, Roost, and Air Slash. So that is my bog standard Charizard set. Dragon Pulse, I think you have to have it, because if you run into other dragons, then Flamethrower and Air Slash aren't particularly great, whereas Dragon Pulse is obviously a high power move, 100% accuracy. It's a move that he has to have. Flamethrower is obviously 100% accuracy, 90 power, so that's the most reliable source of fire attack that Charizard can have. Obviously you could change it and have Heat Wave for a little more power, but you'd lose a bit of the accuracy, and obviously you could go for Overheat for the extreme power. I think that's 130 damage, but you sharply lower your special attack when you do it, and obviously you need to swap out then. So I have Flamethrower usually because of its reliability with no side effects. Roost is on him. This is probably not a move you would have. Roost was on there because I was using him as a normal Charizard for other videos, and Air Slash because of stab bonus and the ability to flinch, and it does have high accuracy at 95. Now, that's a bog standard Charizard. If this was my Charizard Y, which it would be, obviously, because Charizard Y is the special attacker as well, the training would be the same, and the movesets for me would be the same, with the exception of Roost. I would not have Roost on there. I would pick Solar Beam, because of obviously having the Drought, it charges instantly, and he can attack obviously water type, assuming he's faster than them, with the 120 power Solar Beam, which is obviously gonna more than likely one hit KO them. There isn't really many other moves that Charizard can have in terms of special attacks currently in the game. Hidden power, if it was something completely different like Ice, maybe you could use that instead of Dragon Pulse. That would probably be okay, but other ones, they're not really that useful, and other moves in general, there aren't really any other special attack moves that Charizard can use to any effect. He can use Ancient Power, but it's not very powerful, and obviously it's only useful if you get the boost to all statistics. So other than that, this is probably your moveset for your standard Charizard and your Charizard Y, with the exception of Roost being swapped for Solar Beam. Now moving across, Charizard X is obviously different because he's the physical attacking Charizard. So on mine I've got the Jolly nature for increased speed, lowered special attack, but obviously this could be changed to Adamant for increased attack and lowered special attack, because he can use the move Dragon Dance to obviously increase his speed and his attack. So if he's Adamant and you do Dragon Dance, he will then outspeed everything anyway, assuming they haven't had any speed boosts themselves. So obviously your training for your Charizard X is going to be different. It's going to be maximum attack, probably maximum speed. Now that doesn't have to be that way, because if you're going to do Dragon Dance, you can take some of that speed away and probably put it on HP or defense maybe, or special defense, whatever you think. But this is one I've had a long time, and he's got his 6 on defense, but all attack and all speed is what he was. Now his moveset you're pretty much going to have Flare Blitz. It's his most powerful move. It's fire, so it gets stab bonus. The only other physical fire moves I think he can get are Fire Fang and Flame Charge, and they're nowhere near the same power, so they're nowhere near as effective. Dragon Claw, obviously he's Dragon Fire when he's Charizard X, not Fire Flying, so Dragon Claw will have stab bonus, and Tough Claws, his ability when he's Mega Charizard X, will obviously make that even more powerful. So that's pretty much another certain move you have to have. Now my other move I have on him is Earthquake, because it's 100 accuracy and 100 power. So if you come into other fire types, Earthquake can obviously deal massive damage to them. And obviously if you've done Dragon Dance, it probably will one hit KO them. There are other moves that Charizard X can use. He can use Rock Slide. So you might take away Rock Slide for Earthquake, but obviously Rock Slide's not as powerful, and also it has less accuracy. Other moves you might consider, Steel Wing's a move you can have. It might increase your defense, but it's only 70 power, so it's not really as much. Flying moves, he can get Fly obviously, but he's not a flying type when he Mega Evolves as Charizard X, so again, that's not as good. Other moves that he can use physical attack wise, Brick Break, Rock Tomb, they're not worth it basically. They're not good enough. So as far as I'm concerned, this is pretty much the only moveset your Mega Charizard X can have. Now some people do train him in HP and perhaps defense and try and get him bulky and then do Dragon Dance, so he then still has the speed, but he'll probably need to do 2 Dragon Dances to get the attack power to start killing people in one hit, and that's quite difficult to pull off because Charizard X isn't actually that bulky at all. So that's it for this video. It's just a short video on Charizard X and Charizard Y and normal Charizard. There will be lots of other videos coming to talk about other Pokemon, natures for those, all the attacks, the ways that you can train them. So hopefully this video has been useful. Leave it a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next time. Thank you.